got a gold card with my name crossed out. Champagne tastes better when I didn't cash out. New zoo, new shoes, new suit, tag still hanging. Swipe, sign, smile, heart like banging. Oh yeah, I'm spending other people's money, laughing like it's nothing. Big task, small shame, I just write your name. I'm spending other people's money too easy, kinda funny. Your bill, my thrill, tell me when to chill. Table for 12, I just met 3. Everyone's my friend when it's all on me. Say, get what you like, they heard, get everything. I just clink this glass, hear the register sing. Hey. I'm spending other people's money, laughing like it's nothing. Big tab, small shame, I just write your name. I'm spending other people's money too easy, kinda funny. Your bill, my thrill, tell me when to chill. Who's gonna call when the sun comes up? Who's gonna scroll through the total in shock? I'll be asleep with my shoes still on, dreaming in platinum, living on your clock. I'm spending other people's money, laughing like it's nothing. Big tab, small shame, I just write your name. I'm spending other people's money too easy, kinda funny. Your bill, my thrill, tell me when to chill. Spending other people's money.
That song was written for you. While I was listening to BlindViews defended himself of spending people's money. I did a driving video talking about #1 fan. Exciting, let's watch. Spending people's money. I wrote that on their behalf. It is the 30th day of March 2026, Monday night. Oh, that snapped with my camera. I could have done open mic, didn't think, but did 3 videos for their channel. The adoption. Oh, welcome to Fear on Radio. We play music, but I write it. I don't just go play someone else's stuff. I wrote that. I just typed in and spent on people's money. Good song. 2 people on here. I guess how Tater spends his money, what he does. I guess he went to the pawn shop. Good for him. I'm happy for the guy. I like to spend money myself too as well. There's better ways to spend my money. But that's Tater for you. And then BlindViews is jealous. Nomadic, Fanatic, I guess. I love to make it and I love to spend it. I love spending it so well. I love to eat out. But as I spend my money and I speak English and I can go to work, we have this great country, men with the armed forces who've sacrificed those white stakes at the Minneapolis Airport, Fort Snelling, and many more up in Randall and other countries where the men and women in the armed have died. One was supposed to end all wars. World War II started in 1938 when Hitler decided to invade Poland. Here we've invaded Iran and Venezuela. The hunch, the adjudicated ribbons completely fell up on the hill. Draft dodger from Vietnam, 58,000 plus. When he went to Poland, and almost somebody got dragged in by Japan. We had moved not once but twice. But we stormed those beaches. We snapped next to those crops. We freed those Jews. The rat line, obviously, at the end. Blue laws they did out east. Burn those churches to the ground. They're crime scenes. The Pope of Pedophilia Entertainment Incorporated. Forgotten war. Vietnam, 58,000, longest war. Had a Marine, took his hand, he wanted to give me $10. I said, I don't take from veterans. He said, you'll take this money, and that's an order. I said, okay. Whatever he's a Marine, he was there for dang for a year and a half. Welcome home. Well, thank you. Men and women in blue, and God bless the working class. Balls this side of a tree. It's only a cop called a crackhead. Who are these brave men and women in Iran? Desert Storm, out at sea, in the woods, wherever they're at, fixing things. It's the Air Force, the Army, and the Marines, and the Navy, and the Merchants, the Coast Guard, in and on uniform. We thank you so much, and all the military and the armed forces of all the countries that beam into me. We appreciate your service to your country. Everybody else, without you, I'm not speaking English. A lot of people don't really say anything to the military veterans until it's Veterans Day or 4th of July or Memorial Day. I think that every time when I can feel pain, I can see, read, travel, and meet people. My auntie always told me that. She lived at 103. Every morning she had a shot of blackberry brandy. As I said in A Few Good Men, she's a thunder away people, 5'3". Line in a line now, right? I don't run with poor people. You run with in life. You want poor people to be poor. It's all there is to it. You look at Jeff Dubay. Look him up. Jeff Dubay. Look him up. Made poor choices. Lost an easy job talking sports at KFan. The Jesse Ventura. I was a Navy SEAL, ran for governor, so personal ass licker to go with him. And then it is what it is. But don't shower in the shower at Penn State. Sven Johnson, he should not be named. Died a very angry man. Also, he pill popping pig. What's his name? Paul Dembski. Pill popper. I told him live on a show one day. He died. He mixed some blackberry brandy and died in his sleep. He got put into my chat room. Felix the cat, his obituary. Drug overdose, making poor choices. Do I feel sorry? No, his wife, he had Bo the pig. I threatened to go kidnap Bo the pig and slaughter him live on a YouTube channel. Bo the pig came in when doing a live stream. He was just destroying his house as he was doing a live audio and talk. He said, always talk about the gay bars here in town. Call them live, and they were bringing him in for a saloon. He'd get all bitter. But don't run with poor people. You are wrong with my dad. I was told you are your choice. The only difference between choice and mistake. Choice and mistake, two different things. When you allocate, say, I made a poor choice, you'll fix it. If you just say mistake, well, you're never going to fix your problem. Okay? You don't want chlamydia, AIDS, herpes, gonorrhea, and the ouch, then don't have sex without one of these, a condom. Okay? Sex is fun, pulling hair, screaming, hollering. Oh my God, he's so large. And it's just, you're on fire. But all of a sudden, you get those diseases. Yeah, all of a sudden you're SOL. Yep, you're SOL. The father runs off. I explained that to Karl on the phone. There's no way around this. It's father and dad. Father takes care of the child. Father takes care of the sperm. Dad takes care of it. Okay? You father the child. A grown-ass man one day in a hot tub had explained to the father what a dad is. Should be Happy Dad Day. Well, father runs off because he gets someone pregnant and you're screaming, Request that condom, please. You're only two men having consensual sex. I get it. $20 for me. I mean, I don't care. I guess. I'll just pitch some brandy out. I won't know. But if you don't like that behavior, I get it. And I watch two women have sex. Cranks only, having consensual. Two women, that's gay sex you're watching. So a few guys one day, well, man, that's not a very Christian thing to be doing. Great line that KQ would drop. Catholic churches burn the ground. Boy Scouts snap their necks and their souls to hell. That's all there is to it. Look at Tiger Woods drinking and driving, or on drugs, whatever. He's going to murder someone someday. Call some murder with a phone. Oh, no, he's got to drive around like an idiot. Poor choices, let him murder somebody. When you're impaired, just call me, call Karl, call Santa Claus, call Jamie C. out in Philly, call Uncle Chris, call Zane B. Here's Dale, come and get you, call me, call Man Nation, nothing better to do. Call BlindViews. That's the way he hears it. spending people's money. But please call someone. Humor someone. Like some of the airport. Read, travel, and meet people. Get out of your house. Take a camera up and go do something substantial. I see some Daily Woo people are buying cameras now and all running around. Okay, I get it. Go for it. Doesn't going to go over. I have the time of my life. I get whatever I get here. These audios. Someone got to 100. Thank you so much. Last couple to 100. Thank you. It means a lot to people coming here, listening to this behavior. It's audio on the video platform, black screen. I'm over here on Spreaker, Sprocker. We bring it to MP4 and put it up for you guys to listen to. We are going to Bruce Springsteen tomorrow night. We are going to go watch. We're going to watch his concert. So to get home, take a nap real quick, and leave out 6 o'clock. He gets on stage at 7 o'clock. So she wanted to go. I said, fine, get the tickets. Called my friend and got good tickets at Target Center. Too bad I didn't get XL, but I get the Minneapolis thing. So he kicks off No Kings tour. So I want to see the boss. I'll bring some girth. Maybe they said to buy a hat or shirt. We'll see what happens. I'll see how much it costs. I mean, I don't mind spending money, but it depends. I have a hat that I bought from him. He was in Broadway. The River, remember the River tour? Me and her saw that here, but when he did the original one, we saw him in the Civic Center. Went to the motorcycle thing. I should have just been open mic. It was someone with the microphone was doing something with the thing. I don't know. It was doing something with it. I don't know, whatever it was going on with whatever. So I don't know. I used a different microphone thing later on, but whatever. I had fun. Did 3 videos, the other channel, whatever. The driving, the option with New York Daniel. I did put the mess out. People that want to call a show, call us. Do like I love Sue Ellen Pomeranian. They're pretty funny. Saw that. Appreciate that person trolling right along. Appreciate it very, very much. That behavior going on. See Beef Stew put something out. But we always appreciate people that come to the show, and you know, it is what it is. Everybody, all the networks that roll in. Over here, let's see here now. We see your podcast. I love the IPs on here. There's Dave one day. He's still in jail. You're not doxing you, but I'm just telling you, come from, giving you a shout out. A little over 100. Last 30 days, sources that come in are always Apple Podcasts is big, 30 times over the Chrome, Apple WebKit. Okay, Safari, Spotify pays me. Thank you so much. This month is going to be $125 bucks. Hang on a second.
Call from.
Would you shower in the shower?
Would you shower in the shower? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me? Let me call me back. I'm going to reset my phone again. Call me back. I thought I reset it before I went live. What the hell? I reset it. What the hell? I did. I don't know why all of a sudden I was doing this again. I reset it. I turned it on, turned it off. Know why? It should be doing this. Oh, I hate this. I know I reset it before I went live. We'll see what happens here. That kind of pisses me off. All of a sudden I reset the damn thing. I don't know what's going on. This bad boy. We'll see what happens. It comes and goes on this phone. I don't get it, man. Pisses me off to no end. I could do a Karl open mic, but I'm not going to do that. No way. Let me see here now. All right, here we go. Hang on a second. Here we go. Bum, ba-dum, bum. Here we go. Okay. There we go. We're going to see. All right. We'll see what happens here. Call me back, big shooter. We'll see what happens. I'm going to see. We're going to see. All right, we call back. But, disappointing when the phone won't work like that. Disappointing. What the hell's wrong with you?
Call from.
KCGrits.
Can you hear me?
I would not shower in the shower.
Perfect. I don't know why. I redid it before I went live. So what's going on? Welcome to the show.
Hi. Well, actually, I could hear you like right before you hung up, so it's kind of weird.
Yeah, for some reason I was having a problem with my phone yesterday, and then before I went live, I reset it on the way home, and I don't know, it does everyone. Anyways, welcome. What's on your mind, my good? So do you think the adoption will go through with
Yeah, it has to. He's going to hurt himself.
Yeah.
You guys have to do it. You have to do it. You have to take care of my New York Dan.
Yes,
Because something's happened. I don't know if he has like a parasite from all that expired food he was eating, but he's just not, something's off with him. He needs some fatherly guidance. He some motherly guidance from Sue Ellen.
Yep.
You guys have the pet dog, so you can teach him responsibility, how to take care of the dog.
Yep.
I think it would be great. I think it would help him a lot.
That place behind me, it's a forklift job. It's 22. I told the guy this morning, $22 an hour. There's also a place if you wanted to go to Woodbury. You can work 312s, 410s, or you can work. It's like $70,000. You work. It's a very clean environment. In the break room, everything is free. When I go out there, everything is free. They have a foosball, they have a pinball machine, and he said it's an easy job. You just follow 3 machines. You take care of 3 machines. They print stuff out for you, and you put it in boxes. But he said when they hire people, they can't pass the piss test. They're smart enough. They just, he said, but it's a beautiful building. The guy, he goes, I've got 2 machines that aren't running because I can't find people that can pass the piss test. And that job starts at $70,000. You can make 6-figure. And I walk in there and he goes, whatever you want. You push a button and everything, and whatever you want. You want a sandwich, you want chips, it comes down, free of charge. Everything in the break room's free. So you can't.
That would be great for Dan.
Absolutely, it'd be great for him. He does need. I mean, I love how he chickened out. He chickened out on the collaboration with Sarasota Tim. I love that. It was pretty hilarious.
He finally posted a picture of the damage on the car, and it's bad.
Well, you know what?
He's going to be in trouble because he's either going to have to use his own insurance, and he doesn't have full coverage.
Correct.
On any of those 30-year-old vehicles he has.
Right.
So he's going to be on the hook if he didn't buy the rental insurance.
Like I told Karl, when we rent, like in Vegas, we're covered under our insurance policy. We've never got in an accident, but if we did, we would submit it to our insurance company and whatever we'd have to pay and whatever whatever. He doesn't have it. Trust me, he doesn't. He's probably got just your basic insurance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm sure he has whatever the cheapest liability coverage.
Correct.
That you have to have it. But yeah, I mean, I don't buy the supplemental either unless I was in San Francisco and Oakland, and I bought it there because I was like, man, if my car's ever going to get busted into, it's in Oakland,
Right.
So I did buy it there, but I typically don't buy it, but I have full coverage insurance, unlike Daniel. Okay, I don't have a ton of time today because I have to go to the post office before they close.
I think Carpetbagger learned that lesson. He got hit in Ohio, and he realized he had to have insurance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He realized that, to have insurance, because he rents a lot. If you're going to rent a car, you have to have that insurance. So when you get an accident, because they'll charge you arm and leg there for hurts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I have accidentally become a pillar of the Sarasota Tim community. In Karl's live chat, I was accused. Somebody called into him that never called in before, and he said maybe KCGrits sent that email to New York Dan.
Well, you're a legendary figure now. You call into my show. You call into my show. You call into Karl's show. You know how it is. I guess
nothing I can promise is I did not email New York Dan.
I guess some lady called in and said she likes me. I guess on Karl's show said she.
Yeah. I heard that. I caught part of that. He's getting some. Man, it has to just chap the ass of Life and Vibe and the people that are against Karl. It has to really piss him off that people call it. His live streams are excellent.
Yeah, because he's learned from me. You take phone calls. It's too bad he can't take them like I do. I mean, I've had my problem with my phone, but her BlindViews and her is a one-way stream. They talk to their chat room. So, and as soon as you say something, they block you. So BlindViews is what he wants to see down below. You have to sub to him to talk to him, and he sits there and looks at his chat room. I didn't listen. I listened to his last live stream when I came in the beginning, and then between the second, third period. I don't listen to it because all it is bitching. It's sitting there spending Tater's money and bitching. It's all he does. It's like why you'd waste good suffering on his young ass. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I didn't. I haven't watched the newest live stream that he did, but I did. Excuse me. I did catch a little bit of the life and vibe one. I was going to comment, but I decided not to because I'm not trying to. But Stu has it all wrong. You can have fun with the haters without like aggressively doing it.
Correct.
I also, since Miss Vicky mentioned me, I also made a positive comment on one of her videos, and she responded to it. I just think I think you can have fun without like burning it all down.
Right. I think people take me too seriously, and they think that I'm this mean, and I like to lie and tell BS and call people out. And they can't. One thing about her, I love her dearly. She's thick and rich, but if she's going to be this negative towards other people, why can't I be negative towards her? They want equal rights, right? They want equal rights, right?
But,
you know.
You and I have talked about this before, and the thing about it is these are people that have become like a part of the internet, but they haven't been part of the internet long enough to realize that like most trolling is just kind of innocent fun, you know?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I agree.
So they just don't get it. And I think it is maybe thin-skinned a little bit, but I also think it's just, like you can tell. So I'll use Miss Vicky as an example. If I had to guess, I would guess that the most time that Miss Vicky has spent online in like any kind of a community is like currently on her YouTube channel.
Correct.
She probably wasn't in forums trolling and getting trolled in forums and stuff like that. You know, like the forum days and the chat room days.
Yep.
That's where a lot of the fun and the trolling stuff was.
I loved it. I loved Yahoo.
Yeah.
I loved George the Devil Destroyer's message board I was on. I've been on numerous message boards, numerous ones, and I was legendary in George the Devil Destroyer's. Legendary because I would call people out. But one thing I've never done, I've never threatened anybody. I've never threatened anyone's life. Unless you want to threaten my wife, then fine, we'll have a problem with that behavior. But, you know, I don't do that kind of behavior. Yeah. I don't do that kind of stuff.
I would never, like, dox.
No.
I would never dox somebody. I would never, like, say their real name.
No, I don't.
And I would never, like, go in real life.
No,
and that stuff happened on the forum days, too.
Yep.
Like, it's not exclusive to YouTube. Like, that stuff used to happen. But I just think, so, and I think, like, maybe even, so I'm not really ragging on Beef Stewie. I'm just going to use him as an example. He was busy being a chef working in the kitchen probably for a long time, and he's currently like sort of semi-retired or whatever. So his form of trolling is a little bit, I just think he's new to trolling, right?
Right.
He's used to in real life in the kitchen and how you can talk to people and stuff like that. But yeah, I think he's not you are an experienced long-term troll, except the people you're dealing with aren't used to being trolled.
Right. They can't, because they can see the food talking. They see me talking. They hear me talking. They see the food moving.
Yeah, and it becomes personal.
Yeah, so they can't handle it. Where they used to people making fun of them, they don't know who they are. So I'm right. Hey, here I am in my car. I'm talking about you. I'm odd. I think I've turned this group people onto podcasting. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they knew what audio podcast was. Do you think so? I don't think they did. I really don't think they knew what podcasting was.
Yeah, I mean, they were more like, I don't know if you would call it like like a vlog style video, right? Mm-hmm. I guess that's what it is.
Right.
So, and I would, like I said, I would just guess that that's their most exposure. So, like Ms. Vicky, I'm going to use her again as an example. She probably watched like beauty influencers and channels like that, and she thought, okay, well, I'm going to do this. And in most of those communities, there probably isn't trolling.
Correct.
But when she started becoming part of the Sarasota Tim community, where it's based around, like, they're trolls too. Like, they're trolling him.
Correct.
But when you interact, I've said this before, and like with BlindViews too, when you interact with the kind of people that are negative people, that's what you're going to get in your comments. But
Correct.
Dan's upset about the kind of people that are in his comments talking trash on him, but what Dan fails to realize is they're watching the train wreck, and they're going to tell you that it's a train wreck. They're not going to be like, oh man, that sucks that somebody hit your car. They're going to say, fake, lies, you did it. they're not going to feel bad for you. You know, like that's not the kind of community you're a part of.
Well, and it's just his that he has all this money and stuff. We know it's family money. You're not in the stock market. You're going. See, you know, he gets okay. It's just like if the Wu was alive. Okay, and let's say I really like the guy, and I go down to I go to Florida. I become triggered. So what am I? I'm in Disney World. Guess what's in my mind? Hey, I'm going to go to see Daily Wu's house because if he's alive, right? So when he goes to Florida, there's two people, Dinger and Sarasota Tim, trigger him when he goes to Florida. Because he thinks that two people when he goes there. So wonder how he lives out in the middle of the desert. If I go to Vegas and she used to live in Vegas, let's just say, oh my God, why I'm here? I'm gonna go see Wonder Hussy. You know, it's like no, you know, it's the same thing. If I'm so obsessed with her and I'm constantly watching her stuff and this Wonder Hussy, I really want to see you. You know, now all of a sudden I go drive out to her place out there and knock on her damn door, which people have done. You know, they knock on her damn window. I was like, she talked about that a few times. Well, you gave out your address, girl, and I get you're pissed. There's her friend I think I've talked about, the one-legged miner has his own. I want to go to his mine someday. He lives in her area. I do want to go see him. They've knocked on it. They knock on his door and they walk around the whole house instead of knocking the door and then leave him a message and leave. They walk around the whole house. And he goes, listen, if you want to get hold of me, leave me a message. Don't walk around my house. You know what I'm saying? He talked about that one time.
I got to go real quick one today because I got to go in the post office. But depending on how long I'm in here, I might call you back.
Okay.
All right, dude. Have a good one.
Okay, go. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye. There he goes. Oh, I was the guy. I reset that phone. I don't know what the hell's the problem with it, but I called the last week beef stew, and he's like, "Well, the hell with you then, man." But anyways. United States, let's go look at this stuff. So Minnesota is like 11 times. Someone's been listening. Blaine 9 times. Minneapolis and Burnsville, thank you so much. Massachusetts is someone's living in Springfield, like all over. 7 men. Boston twice. Tennessee, Knoxville 3 times. According to Memphis, Memphis would be a cool town. That's just so crime ridden. I'm sorry, man. We were there we went to the place, Florida, Palm City, Orlando, Sarasota. Texas is Fort Worth, 2 Port Idaho Devil, Jim Schuler. California, San Diego, Cowpote approved. Mission Pacific Beach, love Pacific Beach. Star in Idaho and Lewiston, and Washington is seaweed country. Another one is Illinois. Orlando Park 5 times. Chicago and Wheeling. New York is Hopefield Junction. That's like I said, I was looking one day for some customer. Hey, I know that town. Virginia, Alexandria. I love Virginia Beach. I really do. And Missouri is New London. And then when we look at this one, we look at Illinois, right? That's right. We looked at Michigan is Salmon, you know. And George is on my mind. Where is Bear Exposure? Where are you? Call the show. Bear Exposure. Let's get exposed. Let me see. United Kingdom. You guys are 10 times. You guys are in England. You're Hitchinson, Petrie, Woking, Disbury, London, Poplar. Somebody bring me to England. Again, someone bring me to England. I'd love to go to England. Have someone. I'd fly out there and show me around. In Australia, again, get Wonder Hussy's phone, please. South Wales, 5 times. Sydney, again, come call me up, whatever, on my number. I'd love to go out there, meet us at the airport, take us around town. Be great. Australia, be fun to go there. So, Canada, I'm going to go fishing. She's going to go. Ontario is Toronto. I'm going to go hockey game there, 73 in Aylesbury. So thank you so much in Canada. Edmonton and Alberta. I always appreciate you coming to different parts of the country. It's always cool. You know, we're going to buy you guys. We're going to take you over to Greenland. You know, we're taking over you guys. I remember when I was in St. Martin, and there was Canucks were there, and they were like, no, they're not. You're not. They were just pissed. Japan, SAITAMA. Samante once in Tokyo. Okay, from Japan, Hungary, Spain, the Netherlands. Another one. North Holland. Thank you so much. All the IPs that roll in, I appreciate it. Spain too, Switzerland. I love go to Switzerland, go skiing. It's like I said in VAUD Baden in Switzerland. If Afghanistan would pull their head out of their hindquarters, they could be the Switzerland of the Middle East. It's a beautiful marine. I'm not a big skier, but it'd be fun to go to Switzerland, go skiing. It would be fun. I mean, gas, lots of fun. But it is what it is. So, anyways, you'll see. Let's go light a wash here. We go. Hamburger Hill. But anyways, we've been watching the catch a what do you call that? What do you want? I love the just refuse to apologize. The post-family photo internet goes crazy. I love that thing he did on her. That was hilarious. And Erica Kirk, that was hilarious. That was so funny. That was absolutely epic. She was all pissed off, but that's the way she goes. But it was pretty funny. What is New York Dan doing? Let's see what my new son's going to be doing. Let me see. Going to court in a few days this way. Sarasota, Virginia, he'll be going to court in a few days this way. So he's driving along. Dinger had to cruise on 95, baby. Okay, did he post a picture? Let me see if he did. Let me see if he posted a picture of it. No, just with his stepsister. I've been seeing what's he done? Buy me a coffee. He's still e-bagging right along, so support mine. I'm going to support your damn PayPal either. I can give you a damn thing. Call the show. New York Daniel, stalker of the year. I'll adopt his young ass, and adoption's the option with New York Daniel. It'll be epic as hell. Someone's got to take care of New York Daniel, because he's going to get himself in trouble. And he's going to go back. Now he's going to get the shaft along silver and color with his behavior with that car. He doesn't have any insurance. He's going to look for money and blame the old man. But, they're going to say, hey, listen, a-hole, you owe us some money. That's the way she goes. So, Sue Ellen's Pomeranians, it's hilarious. That's just funny. I think that's hilarious as hell. But anyways, I was going to talk to him, but he ran off pretty quick there. I did a driving video on tomorrow about Nomadic, Fanatic, and BlindViews. Spend Nomadic's money, okay? And I'll talk about it here too as well. I mean, when I get off on the highway, I get to the tunnel. I can't remember that sports place is. They moved across, and it's a big empty building, and there's a building next to it, and Bed Bath Beyond next to it. If I was a billionaire tomorrow, I had money. There's a lot of things I'd do with that money. The lady from McDonald's, who was from Minnesota, gave away all her money before she died because she knew it was ill-gotten. And I get it, man. He spent his money foolishly, but that's his business. And then BlindViews did the audio today, trying to defend himself, a video on what he, bitching about what he does. It's like I've always said, BlindViews is so jealous, and so Nomadic Fanatic's number one fan. Again, if I was an RVer, I would be going to some NASCAR races. I would be going to some state parks. I'd be going to some baseball games. Minnesota here up by before. I would go to play public golf courses. I would have. There's things I'd be doing, and I get it. I mean, Vegas is. We were there, I think, 2 years ago, and I was talking to a guy on my shuttle of that one casino right across the Bohemian on the same side there. What the hell's his name? The Wynn Casino. Minimum blackjack, $50 a hand. I'm playing blackjack. It's downtown Minneapolis at Four Queens. It's an old school casino. I missed Riviera. That's long gone. The other one that was on there tore it down too well. I like Green Valley Ranch. I enjoy the gamble once in a while, but I had everything with my money. We had a great time on the train. Went to Chicago. I brought $200-$300 with me. Didn't spend anything but just tips on the. We took the taxis and whatever we did. I didn't buy anything Blackhawk stuff. Just was in the mood. I got enough stuff. I told her I have enough hats and shirts to kill a horse. I enjoyed it. We're going to Orange Beach. I told her the cruise. It was like $3,000 for flight, and I said just cancel the cruise. Just get our money back. We got it for free. I said forget it. And I'm not paying that amount of money. But these two idiots, for some reason, just like his little brother out there. What the hell's his name? Whose red meat is usually Carolyn RV, Line Screw One. But these three idiots, for some reason, are telling Nomadic Fanatic how to spend his money. That's his. I don't get it. That's his business. That he likes to go to Vegas. go for it, I guess. You want to go to Vegas? Go to Vegas, man. Have the time of your life. He had the public no defender, but it was probably just to go over the case, to what he should say, and do the blah, blah, blah. Now he has some attorney somewhere, and then he was talking about, people calling his sponsors. That's again, is foolish as hell. That's dumb. That's just stupid as hell. I'm gonna call your bread and butter, which I'm not surprised they do. This is what these morons do. I'm gonna call on you, man. I'm gonna tell them all about you guys. But I'm doing a Good Friday omelet cooking show for KCGrits. These people, I don't know, I don't get it. Why it's the big deal. I guess he went to the pawn shop. Good. We were in that pawn shop before the show. We went in there. I love pawn shops. They're fun to walk into. There was one in Virginia Beach one time, matter of fact. She went to some store to get something. I walked across the street. I love going to pawn shops. They're fun because I'm not really looking for anything, but occasionally you might see something. You see old cameras, but you walk around, and if you're a guitar player, there was one time there was a replica of the Gene Simmons bass. Oh, I wanted that so bad. I don't play bass, and the place burned it down during the riots with George Floyd. I cried myself to sleep when I heard that place burn to the ground. They put a dead body in there too as well. I videotaped inside that place. Didn't see anything, but yeah, I made whatever $500-600 over the weekend. Gave her some money, put it in our travel thing, and put $110 in my pocket to spend this week. We have Good Friday off of work. Going to go to Bruce Springsteen tomorrow night. We'll see if I want to buy something. I love to carry money and I love to spend it, but sometimes, like Jack Goldberg says, sometimes it's just too much. Even though you have the money to buy it, it's just not worth it. It's like we were down there in Chicago at the Blackhawk store. Loved it. I saw numerous things I'd love to have. I'm not paying $45 for a hat. I could have bought a couple of them. I just wasn't going to do it. I've got enough hats to kill a horse. Well over 4,000 hats or more. I get it, I bought that one hat that pisses off Mark, the one that you on the Wisconsin, right? That's a beautiful hat. If I see a hat like that, if I was with the aircraft carrier, I know they have the one down south. If I went on the aircraft carrier, I'd buy one. Because I think it's really cool to support military. We were at the Air Force Academy years ago. I had an Air Force hockey shirt. Somebody asked me, I said, no, I didn't serve. I was there to look at stuff. It goes because his son was in the Air Force. I said, no, I'm a hockey fan. I want to support the Air Force. I told him I went there. He goes, yeah. He said, I took my son there when he was like 16 because he wanted to be in the Air Force. He played hockey and he wanted to go there. And we walked around and they show you at the Air Force Academy where the kid will sleep the whole 9 yards. And I said, I had to buy something that I could wear. And I said, I saw the Air Force hockey shirt and I bought it, But I just spend people's money. Yeah, I see a lot of people spend stupid money on YouTube when they get it. And then they talked about some channel he did, which I've seen from that channel before. Today he talked about this couple. I've seen them before, and two of the videos I watched them a little bit. I went to another one. It's all about drama. So wherever he's watching, those two people, it's about drama. They were at courtside and they did something and they got fired, and then I don't know. So those two idiots, all they do is they talk about drama. That's all these two he talked about. They pop me one day. I'm like, yeah, okay. He sits in the background while she talks, and they act like, oh my God, and feel sorry for me. So I don't know who it was, but I happened to see them before because I went and I heard. I was listening and I looked and I go, okay, those two idiots. It was something. They were down there in courtside and they were bitching about. They were doing something and they got fired, whatever. So those idiots aren't about some. To be a nomadic person, to me, an RVer, go show me something, go walk around. Then you just bitch about some lady who does great BlindViews, about some really nice lady who does good work, great, but she ain't gonna go anywhere. Just look at Wonder Hussy. She's getting 35,000 views per video because people don't care anymore, and she does a whole bunch of stuff. And Wandering Gypsy, she did a video yesterday, people giving her stuff for her homesteading. I'm like, I like people like giving me gifts. Yeah, I like giving gifts too as well. I gave a hat and a shirt to Wonder Hussy And I've done it before. People, I gave again a mixer to Karl, and now he's doing open mic. That's his business. But that's something free to bring him back and forth. But I'm not sending somebody for their housewarming gift to a YouTuber. I wished her luck. I wished her luck one time, but she's in the mode that here, give me gifts. That's just she's going to be beholden to her listeners by giving her gifts that people don't expect, videos and a thank you. So she's going down that road, and the hustle's the same way. Wandering Gypsy is becoming to be transactional, kind of like how Wonder Hussy is, and also how the Daily Woo was for a long time. You're only friends with the Woo if he could get something from you. And Wonder Hussy's bitched. You know, I talk about her before that she has no friends because, well, your whole life is transactional. I told that to Karl. I said, if I was a single man and I met her, I don't think there would be a boyfriend girlfriend because it'd have to be something she'd get from me if I was a big YouTuber. That's it. It couldn't be a relationship or a friendship. It's what I can give her. You know what I'm saying? And this BlindViews is Nomadic Fanatic. For some reason, they're living through his life. They're pissed the way he spends his money. I don't understand what the big deal is. How they, it's. I don't. If that's how he wants to spend his money, I guess. And then people are probably calling the state of Arizona. People are calling his sponsors, which I wouldn't sponsor any YouTuber at all. I'm sorry, man. I'd rather give my money to the Boy Scouts or somebody. I'm not giving money to any of these YouTubers. I'm just not. Like the electrical bike thing has been a big craze on YouTube, and they're finally in Minnesota. Me and her bitched about these electrical bikes go too fast and whatever else, and I'm not gonna have any YouTuber do my stuff, and they'll hawk anything. It's like. So people, and he's real good at doing that, is telling people, I wouldn't do it, but you could do that. So BlindViews is real good at telling people to do this dirty work, like it or not. And same thing with Nomadic Fanatic. #1 fan. I just don't understand their behavior, but whatever it may be, it's just, I don't know, because he spends his money and whatever he does, it's like, oh my God, you can't do this, you can't. I don't understand it. Hey, if Beef Stew wants to go to Virginia Beach, I guess, and go stalk her, that's something I could do. I mean, same thing with New York Dan, driving down for a ghetto cruise in a rental car, get in an accident instead of simply flying down there. It's not that tough to fly down there, but he needs that transportation to stalk. Didn't go see the Dimwit, the Dingleberry, the Dingleberry and Dimwit show, New York Dimwit, driving around, it's like, it's just, I don't know, I don't get it, man. He's obsessed with all this behavior. Morning, Miss Vicky, her, again, you want equal rights, you want to be equally treated, you want to bitch about people, I can bitch about you as well. And that's the way it goes, Miss Vicky, is, whines and pisses and moans, and she wants, if she could marry Sarasota Tim, she would. If Miss Vicky could marry him, have his baby, she would do it. She would do it. And this makeup thing, and no one cares about your NASCAR, no one cares. Just don't do your makeup because no one cares. Just drive around, look for a parking spot. Whatever, and sit in your car and bitch about the man from Florida and piss and moan about this behavior and get her done. That's all you got to do. It's not that tough. It just blows me away, this behavior going on. I don't know, sometimes I just wonder. I should call Sweet Melissa. Too bad Squirrel Get Paired, you can't call on the show. She's sitting there bitching about my political beliefs. We'll call the damn show. Don't be a goddamn coward. She did some video. That's your video you did? The video that was so that boring video you did? Good Lord. Sweet Melissa. She kind of hard to get a hold of once in a while. They did hit or miss with her.
Oh, wow.
Sweet Melissa.
Oh, good. I didn't expect you to call.
This is welcome to Fear Mongering Radio. This is I'm calling for the third term for Donald J. Trump.
No, it can't happen. That can't happen.
Welcome to Fear Mongering Radio. How in the hell are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm feeling delicious. I'm over here in the Sarasota Tim Hater Club, and it's kind of fun to troll these people. It's just I've had so much fun. It's better than over than the other people over there. You know, the Fat Boy died. It all died with him. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, Dave.
It's been the same.
Hang on 1 second. I got a call. Carl, hang on, man, and put in. Let me say, merge with Sweet. Here you go. Hang on a second. All right. Hang on. Okay, Carl. Welcome to the show with Sweet Melissa. Sweet Melissa, this is Carl.
Hey, Sweet Melissa, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Very good.
So we're talking about Sarasota Tim. These people. He's a hate watcher. Kind of like, remember when you used to be the hate watcher of Fat Boy? Remember those days?
Do I? Sure. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, those were
very boring.
But Fat Boy was more fun to watch because he would go off the deep end.
Yeah, Timmy used to get crazy, and now he's just Mr. Born Again Christian. It's boring.
Yeah, okay. But
who is this person?
he is Karl. He's Karl from the other side of over there on Sarasota Tim.
I don't know who that is.
Okay. Anyways, I'll cut you loose because we're in a different plane here with him. I didn't know he was going to call. But anyways, real quick, you know that Dave's in jail for 90 days, don't you?
No, I knew that he was in jail, but I didn't know he was in there for that long.
Yeah, because he was threatening people. So.
How so?
Well, telling people to be dirt mat and trolling people on YouTube and this kind of behavior. So he's gone for 90 days.
Wow.
So
Can
anyway.
you imagine going to jail for trolling?
Well, look at Steve Coate. Same thing.
Oh yeah. Wow. I guess that's what happens, right?
Right.
I don't know.
All right. Well,
I knew that. Well, there's one new development.
What?
That I heard that Nelson was supposedly working with Dave behind the scenes.
I'm not surprised. Dave thought he was the greatest thing. I'm not surprised. I've seen stuff. Nelly will tag me and stuff and whatever he's doing with that behavior. But when I mean, there's no one ever be able to be like Fat Boy. He's one and only, the best live streamer ever to live. You know.
Who is this other person you're talking about?
I'm sorry. What?
What was the other person you were talking about?
Sarasota Tim. Karl. He does it like, how many videos a day does he do? 2 or 3 a day, Karl?
Yeah, something like that.
And there's like about 5. I'm sorry, what?
Not more.
He acts like he's a Christian, man. So there's like 3. I've been trolling the haters out there. Miss Vicky, him, Old Man Nation. These people that constantly watch him and they bitch about the guy. So whatever food.
I didn't know you were doing that anymore.
Yeah. So I'm over here. It's too much fun. So anyways.
I know. All right. I'll let you guys go.
I'll talk to you later, sweetheart. I'll call you tomorrow or something. All right. There she goes. That's Sweet Melissa. I didn't know you were going to call. I called her. But anyways, what's on your mind, my friend? I had what's his name on for a little bit with me. He came on. What's his name came on? KCGrits came on for a little bit.
Okay, yeah, I got off early. I was just calling in to see if you had a show going.
Yeah, I'm hanging out. So I'm speaking. I did a dropping video coming out tomorrow. I'm driving, and the whole thing is about BlindViews and Nomadic and Nomadic Fanatic #1 fans spending Nomadic Fanatic's money. You know what I'm saying? He did a video of BlindViews today at the end, trying to explain himself why he's so concerned, and the quote of the day, whatever, the comment of the day, explaining his way of bitching about Nomadic Fanatic and spend his money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and his Vegas trip. I thought his Vegas trip was decent.
Yeah, he went to Vegas. He went to Vegas and had the time of his life. I guess he went to the pawn shop. Great. I've been there before it was famous. It's good for him. That's what he wants to do. I'm happy for it. I didn't watch the Vegas thing, but it's just this idea that I'm going to worry about how he spends his money. It's like we talked on the phone. It's just, admit it. You're jealous that people give him money and he can do whatever the hell he wants. He goes to Disneyland. You don't want to go or can't go. I don't know. It's like, I don't get it, man. It's that bad?
Yeah, and they seem an okay couple, and they went to the Knights of the Round Table, and they went to Or what was that? The Wizard of Oz?
Yeah, good for them. They had the time of their life. People have gone to that thing. Good for them. They had the money to do it. I know I guess he wanted to do a shoestring budget, but if you're doing shoestring budget, you go to like Super 8 and you go to Vegas. Everything's $100 in that town. Everything's $100. I was talking to a guy on my shuttle yesterday, and he was at that casino on the strip.
I got scared.
And it was $50 minimum for blackjack. $50 minimum. Okay, it's like
I just need to scan one of the items.
So I just think it's
Picture.
I think it's hilarious. So I see your little brother New York Dan chickened out on going to see Sarasota Tim.
Yeah, no, put that picture.
Karl.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm all good.
I see that New York Dan chickened out on going to see Sarasota.
Yeah, at least he could have just walked around Bradenton and made him nervous.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That'd have been fun. I guess he's already been there, so it's a big deal. For some reason, he's got to get back. I don't know what his deal is. But he's like gonna make it looks like he's gonna make a beeline.
Well, he's got to get that rental car back. It's expensive. That rental car. That's the whole thing. The rental car.
Yeah, but he's been screwing around for a month now, and now he's gonna worry about it.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know.
Well, I guess KCGrits said he posted a picture of it. It gets really bad damage on it, I guess. So he's going to have to pay for that damage on there. Trust me. It's coming out of his pocket because he doesn't have full coverage. So he's going to, the other guy can't pay for it. He'll have to pay for it. He'll start begging for money. You watch.
Yeah, I don't think he showed us what kind of damage it was.
Well, I guess what's his name said he posted a picture of it. He posted a picture of it, I guess, somewhere. So I guess he posted a picture, must have put it in the video. So he's gonna have.
It's gonna be, his poor choice. He should have gotten the insurance.
Yeah, well, he should just flown down in the first place like a real man. But but like I was telling him, Daily Woo lived in Florida. Let's say I went to Disney World and I was infatuated with the Daily Woo. I'm triggered. Well, I'm going to go to Celebration and see Daily Woo because I'm in Florida, right? So when he goes to Florida, he thinks of two things. He thinks of cruises. Well, three things: cruises, Sarasota Tim, and Dinger. Those are three things that he is on his mind when he gets there. I
don't think he wanted to meet. I don't think Dinger wanted to meet with him, and I don't think he wanted to meet with Dinger. So it's kind of mutual.
Yeah, I don't blame Dinger. I don't want to meet this idiot. You saw what happened last time at Denny's. Dinger looked like a total idiot with that look on his face, like, what the hell am I doing here? This weird stalker idiot is sitting there in a Denny's filming a live stream, which is a legendary stream. It's like staring at the camera, and there's New York Daniel meeting his hero. It's like it was this very strange whole thing there with New York Daniel and Dingling. It was just like the dimwit and Dingling together in a Denny's. What more can you ask for? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think Daniel thinks he can be the Woo.
He can what?
Doing his cruise, be the Woo, doing the cruises, and going to Florida.
Well,
it's just not interesting. He's just hanging out with his ne'er-do-well friends from high school.
Yeah.
And he went to a casino that he had points at. Yeah. And the rest of them he just slept in his car.
When we went and saw George Thorogood, we tell him, I think it was 5 or 4 nights. I can't remember. 4 shows in 7 days. Well, 4 or 5. I can't remember. I think maybe even 4. I said 5. Bottom line is we stayed in the hotel every single night. We didn't sleep in our car. We ended up in Block Island at the end of the 7 days. Okay, we didn't sleep in our car.
Even Sarasota Tim has a refrigerator that plugs into his car.
I mean, come on.
I think Dan has that.
The Super 8s are inexpensive. Even what's that, Motel 6? I mean, if I'm traveling around the United States, I want to go down to Florida for the weekend. I'm not above. If there's a Super 8 along the way in the highway, I don't care. $80, here's my money. I'm going to sleep in the hotel, shower in the morning, get back in my car and go on. 'Cause it's just a place to sleep. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Remember the Econo Lodges? Remember the Econo Lodges? Remember those?
Yeah.
You do or don't?
I do. It's just that those things aren't cheap anymore.
Well, we were in one in San Francisco, maybe, oh God, it had to be 20 years ago. We went out to San Francisco for vacation, and we stayed in the one in downtown San Francisco that night before we flew out. It was a classic because the pool's in the middle, right? It was in the middle, like you see in movies. It was a classic because we were looking the second floor into the pool, because you see a lot of old movies at the Econo Lodge. You see a lot of those are. The pool's right in the middle of the hotel. It was funny. I don't know, whatever it was, $110 to stay there. It was hilarious to stay at one of those Econo
Most of them don't even have pools anymore.
Yeah, it was funny to stay there because that's the only we ever stayed at, and we stayed at a Super 8 one time in Ridgeway, Colorado, which was nice. I mean, the best Super 8s you stay are the ones that are off the highway. The ones in the inner city, not so much. The ones you see on the highway in the small towns are usually.
Yeah, because they're for travel.
Yeah, if they get a bad rap, so there's Super 8 is not. It's just cheap. Hey, give me me and you are traveling. We call them up. You have two twin beds. Yes, okay. It's $110 a night, no problem. We go there, we sleep, we get up, have their breakfast, and we pay the bill and leave. We're not sleeping in the front and back seat unless we both were going to be. I'm driving, you sleep. You know what I'm saying? I get that. You know what I'm saying? If we're just doing straight through, you sleep. Yeah. I get that, but. I'm not sleeping in my car. I'm not doing it. I'm a grown ass man. It's just strange. The whole idea of sleeping in it's like you're a grown ass man. Get a hotel room and whatever. But that whole I watch.
When we go to Florida, we don't go the whole way. We don't go the whole way through. We stop halfway.
Well, absolutely. We can have it and like a real person. You plan it out and you get a whole. Again, I don't care if it's whatever it is. It's a motel. It's a hotel. There's plenty of good motels out there that are clean. You pull in there. They give you the key. It's a clean bed. You take a shower and you pay and you leave. It's a motel. Yeah. It's fine. There's a motel. It's been down by Shakopee for as long as I can remember off of 212. It's been there forever. Why? Because they probably have good rooms. And I see company trucks there all the time. It's right down right by the Lions Tap. It's a motel, and we stayed at a motel one in Battle Lake one day. And it was just a cool little motel. And one in Randall, Minnesota one time. We stayed there one night in a motel. It's just, the room was fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It was like $80 a night to sleep. Not a big deal. But I'm not sleeping in my car unless me and you are driving straight through. You sleep, I drive, you sleep, whatever, But if I'm traveling, I'm not gonna be like a bum and sleep in the backseat of my car, But that's just New York Daniel. What are you going to do, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't know. Sometimes just insanity. But I just think the spending of...
So how's your adoption going?
It's going pretty good. We're working on the paperwork. You got to keep him from being in trouble. We don't want him to get in trouble. We don't want to. I want to make sure he's lived downstairs with boss for the Costco kitty. We'll give him that job behind me. $22 an hour. It's a chemical company. I talked to the guy this morning, and he goes, "If you're serious, I can give him a job." I go, "Yeah." He looked at me.
Yeah, he's got some mechanical skills, maybe.
Yeah, I think he will. Mainly, you just drive a forklift and you unload the vehicles, and you got to categorize stuff. And you working outside and inside, but it's 10-hour days. They work Friday. The guy's a really nice man. They've been there for about 30 years, so. And I'd be working there tomorrow if I was this job I have now. He goes, "If you want to work here, I'll hire you." He goes, "It's an easy ass job. It's just they do all kinds of fertilizer and stuff and chemicals, and you take care of it outside. Because it's cold, you go outside, but they pay you well and they have free health care. So." It's one of those jobs. If it's shitty weather outside, you got to deal with it. It's going to be cold outside, but if you want to go buy a winter jacket, he'll pay for it. So if you go buy anything to work with, he'll pay for it. So you go buy a nice winter jacket that you like, he'll pay you for it. Because there's a real good place out in Maplewood. It's a Army surplus store out in Maplewood. I went in there. There's some unbelievable winter Army jackets in there. Unbelievable. That if I was to buy one, they're beautiful. I put one on. They're warm as hell. So, but we'll get him adopted. We'll take care. He needs to be socialized like a dog. He needs to go to work every day. Not watch Sarasota Tim. And Go on we go on a cruise. We'll go Royal Caribbean, a nice bougie cruise. None of this ghetto behavior, you know.
Yeah.
We'll teach him how to get on an airplane, stand in security line, you know. If we go overseas, like to St. Martin together, he'll have to show a passport. We'll get him a passport, you know, with that nice little picture. We'll get on a plane. We'll go, you know, if we go on a cruise, I'll say you only have $300 to gamble, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to keep it small. You'll gamble with me, and when we're done. You know, none of this. You're not going to pay for your cruise that way. We're going to sit at a table with a bunch of people. You're going to be socialized. And what do you do for a living? I live in Minnesota. I work at a chemical company. I'm a forklift driver, and I'm a part-time YouTuber. You know, you don't say yaman. You say yes sir or no sir. You know. You're polite. You know, you wear a collared shirt in there because there was that one kid, Jordan the Lion. I happened to see him Past Two Productions, because Past Two Productions is the same thing. They always spend Daily Woo's money too as well when he was alive. Because Daily Woo would buy clothing and then throw it away, which was stupid, but that's what he would do. And they would get pissed because the way he'd spend his money. It's like, it's not your money. Who cares? You know. But Jordan the Lion was pissed because he was on a cruise and they won't let him in because he had shorts on. Whatever cruise he was on, the dinner he had to have pants on and a collar. He was pissed. I'm like, well, that's what the rules are. You just don't roll in here. You know what I'm saying? That's what they expect. I mean, when you want to go to your dinner, you have to have a collar on. You don't roll in with he was all mad. That's the rules. You should know that before you get in the cruise. That's what the buffet is for. To me, I love sitting at the table with people. So me and Dan will sit at the table. Hey, this is my son Danny. You know what I'm saying?
In the old days, they used to make you even dress up more.
Yeah, because you're going to. It's a nice dinner table. It's an event. You don't walk in with your shorts on, your swimsuits on. You know, you walk in there. You have a dress on. You have a collared shirt on, a nice pair of pants and shoes. You walk in. You sit down. Hey, my name is Karl. This is my wife. We live in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? You know, whatever. And you sit there. And I love sitting with people. I love meeting people on cruises because you go into the adult pool and you talk to people. You know. And you bullshit people. That's what's fun about this behavior instead of this, you know, oh my God, you know, sitting in the casino all day long gambling. That's no fun, you know. I mean, I get it. I mean, I've done my share of it, but I just
to get another free room.
Yeah, but you're still losing money to get it. You know, he's just sitting there throwing money at it. You know, he's still paying for it. There was one time we were at a concert one day. Oh, I got these tickets for free. Yeah, you didn't. You paid for them, sweetheart. They're comping you to keep you going because that's what they do with him. They give him a free steak to comp him to keep gambling because they know here free food is free. It's not a big deal. So they're giving him free food so then he'll come back again. It's like giving a dog. When we walk around our block, the dogs know when I come around I have treats. Like Romeo, Pomeranian, she comes out on the deck. Romeo does, and I throw her treat up. She waits for me to throw it up to. He does waits for me to throw it up to him. He knows I have treats in my pocket. You know what I'm saying? He knows it. And same thing with Hey You knows it. Any of the dogs that have passed on or moved knew when I came around at 3 o'clock, guess who had treats? I did. Because they know that. And that's how they treat Daniel on the cruises. And they just are no different at Mystic Lake Casino. If I'm gambling all day long, they're going to give me food. Here you go have some dinner and I'll come on back. You know what I'm saying? I was at Pala. It was called Pala Hotel, Pala Casino in California. And this lady's playing dollar slots, and she's eating her ribs at the machine while she's gambling. Her ribs. I mean, the machine was just full of ribs, and she's eating at the machine.
Oh.
It was disgusting. I mean, she's literally eating at the machine.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? So, I think that to make you happy, I think I'm going to take my flip camera outside and do outside cam with my flip camera for fun. It's a little bit. I'm gonna for fun. You know flip cameras, don't you? The old flip camera.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do an outdoor one with my flip camera. It's just for you, Karl. You know. So.
Yeah. Yeah, BlindViews had a tie-up.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that today. I listened to that today, and he talked about this couple before he got to about. He was kind of triggered on this comment about why he cares, you know. And I was getting videos ready for tomorrow, and I went and looked real quick. I was mainly listening to him. So the couple he talked about, that couple, I've seen 2 videos of these people before he showed them to me. Both videos are drama. how they're being wronged. So these idiots she's the lead drama person. They were in Quartzsite and something happened. I think I told you on the phone they got fired. They were cooking for somebody and they got fired or something. Let's say me and you were working for Beef Stew. You know what I'm saying? Beef Stew has a restaurant.
Yeah.
And they got fired. And they knew it was coming because they said something in the video they didn't like, which is, so the guy, the lady, the people they talked about, if he would go research them, every video they've ever done, which I went back and looked, a couple of them was all about drama, how they're being mistreated. So they're Major League RV drama channel, Major League. I can't remember the name was. He talked about it. I heard her voice, so I went over and looked at those two. Because it happened to pop up one day when I was watching a Cortez video, and it popped up, and they were bitching. She's the main lead when they speak, and he sits in the background, just kind of nods his head. So he's going to learn real quick. It's going to be about drama with those two. He's going to learn real quick. So, because he's found a few people that he's watching now, because he's watching RV or some other chick he likes or something. Bunny Pimp's here. She's birthday or something, whatever. So it is funny how he's trying to expand his audience. That's why he's wearing his suit and stuff, whatever. He's trying to cover up his tats, and plus that's because to trigger people like me and you. I really don't care. I think it's funny, just show your tats. Who cares? Hey,
I don't even have a tie anymore. I get them all away. Line screw one, I keep asking him, how am I supposed to know what's going on with Caroline?
Yeah, I know. He doesn't really talk about it anymore because he realizes that's old news.
And then nobody cares.
Yeah, no one cares about her. She's old news and whatever, and she would bitch about him. She would just shut up and let. It's like I told you, Daily Woo. He never bitched one bit about past productions. He would kind of do things to trigger them, but he didn't care because they kept him in the algorithms, just like you guys keep Sarasota Tim. And I do the same thing. I mean, I keep Sarasota. I mean, whatever.
He probably drove traffic to her channel.
Yeah. So I watched her one time, but she can get kind of feel sorry for me, which is it's just like I told you, Wandering Gypsy. People gave her all kinds of stuff for her homestead. It's like, oh, come on, man. There's other things you can give people to, but that's how people on YouTube. They feel sorry for people and they give people crap. It's just the way it works. I mean, I just shake my head in disbelief because now she's being owned by her listeners, and that's why the Daily Woo realized that he stopped asking for money, because when he was being crowdfunded, he was beholden to his listeners. Because hey, I'm paying for it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if I'm paying you, Karl, well, I want something from you. It's like I told you, Wonder Hussy is transactional. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Daily Woo. He didn't have any real friends. It was mainly transactional. If he was, again, you're from Chicago, right? And let's say you live in Chicago and he knows you, he would call you up. Hey, Karl, I need to show me around around Chicago, just like when he was friends with Doom Buggy Jim when he was in Denver, and he found Denver Jim, so he would call him up to say, hey, show me around Denver. It wasn't like he liked him, but he used him to show me around. You know what I'm saying? And I told the Wonder House the same thing. All her friends are transactional. It's not like they're a real friend. Like a friend, whatever she can get from somebody to help work on her place, help with her vehicle. Because her last vehicle, guess what? Someone paid for it, bought it for her. Met her at the Toyota dealer and bought her a brand new vehicle. I'll leave it at that. So that's fine. Someone bought her a vehicle. It just blows me away that I'm
that dude was out there, but she had to go to all the places he wanted to go.
Yeah, again, you pointed out to me, and it's too bad. She wondered why she's only getting 35,000 views per view. When she used to go to fun places, I used to watch her. I used to enjoy her when she'd go to ghost towns and she would go places that she wanted to go to. I don't need to see her go with some guy to New Mexico on a train trip. I want to see her go places. When she would go to like old gold mines, those were epic because it was fun. It's something that I would love to do. So I was like going along with her, and that's when I first found her. She was fun, and then it just kind of deteriorated into I don't know. It's too bad. I still love her dearly, and I want to see her be successful. But now that she's being led around by people being transactional, it's just her channel is suffering because of it, and it's too bad. I want to see her be successful, but she's not going to get her. She's again, she's kind of like the carpetbagger. She's the reason why she's money. Yeah, people give her money. That's why she's not making money on YouTube like she used to. Trust me. I had 2 videos a week at 30,000. Not even close. Because the Daily Woo had to do a video every single day. Because if he missed a day, he lost money. Just like a carpetbagger. He's going overseas with Jenny Penny. Guess who'll be able to get money from on his PayPal? You know, people are going to give him money. So, I guess. But how's work going?
Good.
I saw your uncle Marky did a video. I listened to part of it. He was bitching about you, saying that he won't call on the show anymore. He was bitching about you on his 3rd channel. So he was bitching about you. Okay.
Oh, poor Marky.
Yeah, he was bitching about you. I'm like, okay. That you won't call.
Not gonna beg him to be my buddy.
I told you, don't bother, man. I don't hate the guy. Don't bother, because he's a waste of good suffering. That's fine. You know, don't bother, man. He's in no man's land right now. He's not a brown shirt. He's not a Valkyrie. He's an unhappy man. That's unfortunate, man. He was fun to have on the show. He was fun, but when you're going to deny what you did and then be a dink and, you know, whatever, and he wants to try to be these characters, you don't have the it to do it. I'm not saying I'm best at it either, but I can do my characters with the voice changer and whatever else, and you got to have the it to do it. But whatever, I wish him well, but you know, I know how to say the word pedophile. I know how to say it when it goes towards somebody that like the Catholic Church or the Pope or whatever, but I don't just label somebody I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I just don't say that about somebody. I don't just all of a sudden say, what's his name, Nomadic Fanatic, he maybe did something. Well, I think it looks like a P word. You know, just out of the blue, for some reason, I'm going to label him that. It's just, no. I'm just not going to do that behavior, you know? It's just like... Michael Jordan, when Michael Jordan won the Daytona 500, right? The driver's son was sitting on his lap, and he was bouncing up and down on his lap because he was happy. People try to make it into something weird. He's happy with a child that he knows. He's sitting on his lap, and he's smiling with the kid, and the kid's smiling. Don't make it into something it's not. They made it sound like he was a predator. It's like, are you kidding me? Because Michael Jordan, the kid that he knows, his dad just won the big race, and the kid's on his lap laughing with Michael Jordan. And it's like, you're gonna make it into something that you think? I'm like, I heard that. I'm like, what are you talking about? The man is having fun with the driver's 11 or 10-year-old child on his lap. I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm like, it's just like with Mark, you know, because the way the condescending gig, and it's not in private. It's in a public forum. Yeah, I think,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I hear that all the time on people. He sounds or looks like one. It's like, really? I mean, I didn't know that. I hear that all the time. It's just. I've seen it enough in the YouTube or Facebook or wherever else, and the allegations happen all the time. It's like, oh, maybe you're pushing back on something you know. I don't know. It just drives me insane with that behavior. But it is what it is. But if you know, again, like you said, just cop to it. Like you said, hey, I'm sorry. I made a poor choice. I should never said that. But when you deny it, and then you come out and you delete the video that you made yourself look bad and claim it was the way it wouldn't upload. Give me a break. You know, I take stuff off this channel and put up over on the other channel all the time, a Rumble channel. It's not that tough. So whatever. That's too bad. But
most people, it's the cover up. It's not the crime.
Correct. Admit your,
like Martha Stewart.
Right. All she had to do when that phone call happened, because she was on a plane, right? All she had to do was say, hey, just sell it, we'll take it at a loss, and be done with it, and write it off on her taxes. That's all she had to do. Is just say, yeah, we'll take a loss, sell it, and whatever, and you hang up the phone and be done with it, and whatever losses you have, she writes off on her taxes. That's all she had to do. Because she was on the airplane. All she had to do was say, guess what? Hey, Karl, just sell it. It's going downhill. We'll take the loss. Be done with it. Don't try to screw around with it. Whatever she did. But it was all about penny wise, dollar foolish. You know what I'm saying? You take your hit. You're a billionaire, millionaire. Just sell it. Just have your certain stocks. Sometimes you you hit that certain number, you sell it. That's the way it works. It's automatic sell. You know what I'm saying? You sell it. Yeah, and then she went to jail, and she's still, to me, she's not trusted, not very insider trading. Insider trading is just like people giving information on football teams. It pisses me off to bettors. You know what I'm saying? When they had the insight, who's starting, who's not. You know what I'm saying? I just despise. I despise insider trading in Wall Street. I hate it. I despise that behavior, and I have no time for that stuff. You know, when people screw people over on this stuff, just like with New York Dan, pretending he's a the stock trader, which he's not. You know, that's masquerading. That pisses me off that people would actually listen to him. You know what I'm saying?
And he's charging $25.
Yeah, it's a scam. And people are that stupid to do it. It's foolish. Look at BlindViews, man. He doesn't give anything out for memberships. It's like, yeah, I don't get it. You know, I don't get it, man. But I don't mean I lie.
I spend all this time and I do things right and I edit and I blah blah blah, but they don't do no members only stuff.
Correct.
Very rarely.
Right. Give your people something to do. So I don't know. It just blows me away with it. The spending Nomadic Fanic's money. It blows me. It's just why do you care? Because and then he BlindViews made a comment. Oh, people will call his sponsors, because he does that. He gives out hints to people. That's what he does. You know, he tells his, because there's conversations on the phone and in emails to people back and forth that does his dirty work for him. You know it does. It's just like Hitler does. You're the general. You send people to their death, or the Ayatollah, right? Go, because you know what the Russians did during World War II? You know what they would do when they would get to a minefield? They didn't bother to look for mines. They would just have people walk through the field and step on them and get killed, because they had so many people, so they didn't care. So they would just send people through the minefields. So they would just...
Yeah, that's awful.
Yeah, that's what they would do. They didn't care. The guy talked about this. One guy who talked about World War II history, and he did I listened to me before, and he goes, you know why they didn't have any mine detecting equipment? Because they would just have the guys walk through the fields, and they had millions of guys to follow them, so they would just go through and just blow up, and then that was the way they got rid of all the mines. You know what I'm saying? It was like, whoa. Well, you ever seen the movie Enemy at the Gates?
Oh yeah.
When one rifle, 3 bullets, and you just run. Remember that? And then they come back and they shoot them because they were trying to take over Stalking again. Remember that? You're just shooting them down. Same thing. That's how Russians were. They didn't care. Just keep going. Just keep going. And Vietnam was the same way. They would storm the bases, and they just cut them down. When the Japanese was the same thing. They didn't care. They would just storm. Look at the kamikazes. They didn't care. The ship. They were going on there. They didn't. As long as they hit their thing. Same thing Iran. They're going to do the same thing. If they get boots on the ground on an island, they're going to send drones after our guys. If they put boots on the ground, we're going to have a high fatality rate, because they're going to start sending drones after our sitting ducks on that island. You watch. If they do this, what I think they're going to do, they want to take that island. They're sadly mistaken, because the drones will come over and just start pelting them.
Yeah, I don't know, but that Venezuela thing, man, they just went in there, they popped him out.
Yeah, that was simple. That was easy. This Iranian thing's a little different. It's a little different. It's more of a bigger. It isn't like us going into Iowa or something and taking over that city. This is a big country. There's a lot of stuff. They have that island they have like 30,000 people on that island. On that oil rich, and he thinks Hunch can just go.
Yeah, but they put boots on the ground. They can have pretty good air support.
Yeah, but they.
I don't know.
I understand that, but you listen to some of those videos. You have to sustain those men. You have to have food. You have to be able to get guys out. And if you have ships, they can bring the drones in and start bombing them. So when you put a bunch of people, 2,000 people on there, then you can send the drones in. And they can start bombing. So I get what you're trying to say, but you're going to have. The drones can come in.
That Hormuz thing, they've been waiting for years.
Yep.
So there's probably lots of fortified positions.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what I'm saying. So if they want to get the ships in there, there's going to be some problems here. I've been listening to a lot of Army guys on this. It's not as easy as the Hunch thinks it is. It isn't Venezuela. This is Iran. They're like Japan. They have a lot of fanatical people that don't like us. You just don't do regime shame like that. They don't like us. Okay. So
and they know if they can inflict casualties sentiment in America will go down.
Correct. Well, look at you know what the Vietnamese like to do? They like to maim our men because they knew if they would injure more guys, it cost America more money. So they like to inflict injuries to the men. Like they had booby traps to take someone's leg off. They knew that took money to take care of that person. So Vietnamese knew that too. Close to the belt, inflict as much body count as you could, as much injuries as you can. So that's
and then the guys that are going out on the next patrol are looking at the dude that just had his feet bungee stuck.
Yep.
And getting amputated and shit.
Correct.
Like, holy crap.
Yep. That's what they saw. So I get war. I understand it, but it's a whole different kettle of fish here. It's I don't have this tape the whole conversation, but I do listen to a lot of videos about this war going on, and that they update me on this behavior, and they have all these Marines all ready to go in there, and it's not as easy as island. It's not as easy as I think it's going to be, because once you put them on ground,
not to be selfish, but that oil doesn't really come to us. That oil goes to.
I agree.
To the Orient.
I totally agree. It doesn't come to whatsoever. Just like the Venezuela oil, that's a very heavy crude oil, very heavy, and it's tough to refine. The Hunch even talked about that. We don't need their oil, but it goes because it's the whole world's oil depends on Iran. So I thought he obliterated the nuclear thing when he did that one that Midnight Hammer thing, and then almost it's just the whole thing is not easy. The Hormuz thing. I told my wife about it before they went in. I said, "There's me a problem. It says in the Bible, Karl, World War III will start in the Middle East, and then World War IV we bought with sticks and stones." Okay, it's all there is to it, and I don't think the Hunch realizes that. He just thinks he's playing a video game. So it's either.
I don't know.
I understand.
One day we're just going along normal, and the other day we're in Iraq.
I know.
What the fuck?
I know. It's nonstop skullduggery. So what's going on with your Tim boy, Tim Brady? What's going on with his young ass these days?
Nothing. He's just talking about religion.
Oh, really?
We all know he ain't no religion, dude.
Yeah,
he's just doing it.
That's his favorite thing to do. I think that's his favorite thing to do is talk about religion, because that's going to get people to That's again, you can open your own. You could be your own. In San Diego, they have a guy that puts up a tent every Sunday on Mission Beach, right? And we were out there, and he puts up a little tent and talks religion. I can do the same thing. That's what they call Bible study. And if you can quote the Bible, people will love you for it. And look at Waco, that guy. He could quote the Bible, and people loved it, and they were brainwashed by him. Speaking of that, I saw what's her name, who broke it off with a Hunch. What the hell's her name from Atlanta? What the hell's her name? She quit. What the hell's her name? She said that Fox is brainwashing. No shit. That they're brainwashing. Like, really? Sean Hannity? That's why I call him the brainwasher. What's her name? What the hell's her name? The blonde from Atlanta. She quit. She broke off the Hunch. Yeah, that's what Fox does. They brainwash dumbass white folk. I remember when Bear Exposure came on drunk, he was all mad, say I was being racist by calling them dumbass white boys, brainwashing. Well, it's a fact, man. It'd be fun to go with him to a baseball game. Bear Exposure, I think it'd be fun.
Yeah,
it'd be fun.
It'd be fun to go to him at the Benatar concert.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hang out, man. Hit me the best shot. Sitting like third row, because we're going to Bruce Springsteen tomorrow. We're going to the Boss tomorrow.
Yeah. The Boss.
Yeah, we're gonna go see Bruce.
The Boss. He's got a movie out about him.
Yep. He kicks off the tournament. He kicks off his tour in Minneapolis tomorrow.
That's cool.
So we're gonna go to that concert and hang out in the outskirts. So have the time of our lives. So, how's the job doing?
What venue is he at?
He's at Target, because it's Minneapolis. The XL would be better, but Target. I haven't been to a concert at AC/DC, so he's at Target. So
who plays the Target? Is that basketball? Or?
Pumpkin ball plays there, and the girls' pumpkin ball plays there mainly. There's really no hockey that plays there. They play in Minneapolis at it's called what it's called. One of the casinos now is named after. I call it XL still, but Jack, one of what it's called, but
how many does it seat?
I think there'd be like 16,000 maybe.
Oh, okay.
So I saw AC/DC that it sounds much better at the XL. So we've seen Bob, we've seen Bruce at the old Civic Center. I saw him. We've seen him at XL. We've seen him on the road a few times. So I think the tickets were like $400 for both of us. So
That's about normal.
So I don't think I'll buy. I mean, I'll bring some money to see if I want to buy a hat or shirt. But maybe I'll bring $100. Maybe I'll get a hat or something. We'll see how everything looks. It all depends. Some of the shirts are so cheap, so we'll see. I did buy a hat of his when he's in Broadway, and we saw him in New York both times. That was great. It was a great show when he did that in Broadway. That was a lot of fun. He did a really.
I guess my son was telling me I got 8 vacation days.
Oh, you
to
did?
start out with.
Okay, cool.
So.
Well, they were talking.
What we do, we can do stuff.
When I was on with what's his name, with KCGrits, and we were talking about your live streams. I said, well, I said, I think I've introduced these people to live streaming, and I said, Karl takes phone calls, granted, so Mike, whatever. But the bottom line is, they can call into Karl and talk to Karl, like Blog Talk Radio Network. Yeah. They can call in and talk to your young ass. Unlike Life and Vibe, she talks to your chat room. BlindViews talks to chat room. They can call into you and bitch to you if they want. If they want to question you on something, they can do it in a respectful way. They can have an audio on your show, like here. You can call in the show.
I don't screen them out like I got to know who they are or whatever.
Correct. They call in.
It's just all free, and
that's the way it's supposed to be.
I tell them they can call in anonymous like KCGrits, but I'm like, that's the only time I'm ever going to answer my phone.
Correct.
This call.
Yeah, that's the way the way podcasting should be. Is you call in, like Blog Talk was like that. You would call in and say how you doing, welcome to the show. We have a conversation. I had people call from all over the world. It was fun. And this is what you're sitting.
I had a lady call in yesterday, and she liked you.
Yeah, that's what I heard. You told me that. That's great.
She said Stu was a lonely man. That was funny.
It's true. He is.
A lonely man.
He's a lonely man.
I mean, even some guys that I hate to call them haters because they're just, they're people that tell like it is, like KCGrits.
Correct.
But he's saying that she pretty much summed everything up pretty well.
Right. Absolutely. Well, I'm going to call Melissa back. I'm going to call Melissa back, and I'm going to end this thing. I appreciate you coming on the show. Okay.
All right. Cool. We'll see you later.
Have a good night. Bye. Probably the end. I just want to call her real back and talk to her real quick, and then head down the road without her. So I'll go over the 9 minutes. So. I mentioned New York Dan at Karl. I was hoping she'd be able to get her back on, but oh well. I guess not. That's too bad. Let her get her back on. Anyways.
The email
oh well. Anyways. We appreciate people that come to the show. I really, really do. I thank you guys enough that come into the show. I appreciate, it's too bad. I would love to have her on, but I'll call her. She had no idea Karl, so I get it. We'll get her next time. She's always fun to have on. I always like her, so she wasn't going to be able to. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, you know what that is. Eyes of Glory. Thank you, Karl. Sweet coming on. Remember the military and the Armed Force, all the branches, who serve us well: Air Force, Army, and the Marines, the Navy, the Mercenaries, the Coast Guard, in uniform. He decided to start a war first and Hitler, and then they capitulated to Japan and the mighty Mo, September 2nd. In between, he stormed the beaches, snapped picks the crowd, freed the Jews, the damn red line, and the blue laws. The Catholic Church burned the ground. Men wearing blue, goes between class, balls of the oak trees, Air Force, Army, and the Marines, the Navy, the Mercenaries, the Coast Guard, in and out of uniform. Thank you to this country. Forgotten Vietnam, 58,000 plus. The convicted felon, adjudicated rapist, Donald J. Trump. Your 45th, 47th, and select installed member of the Iranian people out there too as well. If you like 2 men having sex, can't watch women, not very Christian thing we do. Put a condom for AIDS, herpes, gonorrhea, chlamydia, needle in the penis, ouch, all that stuff, okay? Don't let two men, can't watch two women, not a very Christian thing to be doing, okay? Would you shower in the shower at Penn State? I would not shower in that shower of Penn State. P stood for Penn State, Pedophilia University. The Pope of Pedophilia Incorporated, like I said, the rat line, and the blue laws. Burn the Catholic positions to the ground. Don't drink and drive. Don't be like Tiger Woods. You're going to murder somebody. Pick up the phone. Call me. Call somebody. From the poor side of Minnetonka, the land of 10,000 light bulbs. This was in another version of Fear. Mongering Radio. We'll see it when we see it. We'll hear when you see it. This is Cowpote Jeff. And ladies and gentlemen, we